the Nation of Podcation Daily Podcast. I'm O'Shea. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Hip hop superstar 42 Dugg goes off on 50 Cent. Now, as we all know, now 42 is getting pulled in to this Big Meech 50 Cent issue. Now, as we all know, Big Meech allegedly has been coming up on hard times right now as far as financially. They're saying that Lil Meech didn't save any of his money. He was out there buying the Chrome Heart jeans and buying Richard Mille watches and buying these, $500,000 chains and all kind of stuff like that. And he spent a lot of the money. So Big Meech didn't have nothing to come home to. A lot of folks were saying Lil Meech should have put, $250,000, $500,000, $1 million aside because he got his fame doing what? Playing his daddy on the show BMF. So a lot of folks have felt like, bro, you should have put some money beside. But when you give a kid that's, 22, 23, 24, 25, whatever Lil Meech is, when you give him, access to $4 or $5 million, you got to expect he's going to burn through it, especially trying to keep up with these rappers and be in the limelight like his daddy was. He's basically trying to recreate what is unrecreatable. So, and we all know about the alleged allegations that Big Meech used a third-party informant named Tammy Cowens, who Big Meech signed his life rights over to. He used her to get out of jail early. There's paperwork that's coming out on that, and 50 Cent was quiet about it until Big Meech started hanging out with Rick Ross. And Rick Ross and 50 Cent, that's oil and water. They don't get along. They don't mix, never can, never will. There's just two different types of upbringings. 50 Cent's more street. Rick Ross, he glorifies the boss lifestyle, but a lot of folks know he was a working guy. But hey, half of those rapping dudes, they was working dudes too before they did all of that. But 50 Cent has a problem with Rick Ross talking about him being the biggest boss, the biggest drug cartel when he was a CEO. You know what I'm saying? He's saying he's talking one thing and he was playing on the other side. Crazy, crazy stuff. So, their relationship has been, they've been enemies for a long, long time. So when Big Meech made that video about his concert, promoting his Welcome Home concert with Rick Ross going to be one of the headliners, and then promoting Rick Ross's car show, 50 Cent was done. He cut him off. He exposed him as a rat. Tammy Cowens been talking to 50 Cent. They've been exposing Big Meech for, allegedly what he did to that alleged drug dealer in St. Louis named Cuffy. Well, 42 Dugg was going to be one of those artists that was at the concert, that was performing for free for Big Meech. And there's been rumors and innuendo out there that 42 Dugg helped out Big Meech, and Lil Meech sent them some money. So let's take a look at these text messages that came about 42 Dugg helping out the Meech, Big Meech, Lil Meech, the Flannery family, and then 42 Dugg's response. Let's tune in. I says a text message say, LOL, I'm not going to blow you up, bro, but Cuffy Nephew said he has the audio of him and 42 Dugg on three-way with Meech. They about to drop it. Of him confronting Meech. He said Meech was down bad, so he sent him money. So he sent money to him and merch, put him with Tammy. He got records to prove it. Confronting him saying what, champ? On him setting up Cuffy to originally get out early. Dude gave real life. Crazy, crazy stuff. So the next part of it is 42 Dugg. He's responding to all of this saying, can't no dude convince him to go against Detroit either. Show him Big Bro is a rat or shut the F up talking to him. Wow. Okay, 42, I see you out here, because if he's saying if there's no actual paperwork that says Big Meech ratted on Cuffy, then he don't want to hear it, and he don't want to hear none of that rat talk about Detroit, which is, I'm talking about, that's where Meech and them is from. He don't want to hear nothing about Detroit and them or Big Meech, Big Bro being a rat. So I can understand that. There's a lot of folks that felt like that when there's no paperwork, or if the paperwork hasn't been released yet, they gonna stand by Meech. Meech is one of those guys. He was a hero to a lot of those guys. The stories that they've heard about Meech, the lessons that they've learned from Big Meech, the way he moved, the way he handled the nightclub scene, the way he made the club scene, the way it is today. Shout out to Meech. He did some good things during his prime. But there's a lot of folks out there on the other side with 50 Cent. They're starting to see this paperwork come out where Tammy Cowens, who was dealing with Big Meech, she was basically his lady for a little while he was locked up, how she's been exposing his business, and her name's all in the paperwork with Cuffy, and there's There's stuff in the paperwork talking about Big Meech didn't want his name involved, but he's dealing with her. A lot of crazy stuff going on. It's a bad look to be dealing with a criminal informant, but can't blame Tammy. She's just a civilian. She ain't in the street life. She don't live by those codes. She's thinking she's doing Meech a favor by working out this deal so he can get out of jail. So if he knew and was a part of it, then yeah, he should wear the rat jacket. But if he didn't, if she just did this on her own, just trying to help him out, then, you know, you can't really put the rat jacket on him. It's really on her, and it's kind of on him for signing his life rights over to somebody that's a known criminal informant. Either way it goes, it all looks suspect. It all looks shady, and that's what 50 Cent's on, and he's trying to expose Big Meech, and he's got Tammy Cowens doing it, and they've got this documentary allegedly on the way. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens when all the paperwork comes out, when she actually, because I'm sure she's probably got recorded conversations. If she's a criminal informant, I know she's got a lot of stuff that she's probably got on Big Meech and on a whole bunch of folks. But we'll see. Just everybody watch who you's around, because you never know what these folks do. Just be careful on the way that you move. Don't tell everybody how you're going to move. Just let them see the greatness. You ain't got to expose all your business or put everything out on the internet or for social media. Just move in silence. You feel me? Like that's the best advice I can give you. Nation, what do you think about 50 Cent and Big Meech's issues? What do you think about 42 Dugg going at 50 Cent? What do you think about 50 Cent exposing Big Meech? What do you think about him getting rid of the BMF show? Him going at Lil Meech? Him having the Dipset messed up? It's feeling real 03 to 05-ish because 50 Cent is now, again, the hip-hop bully. Nation, let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you all hit that like and subscribe button on your way out.
What up? This is DJ Michael Watts. And when I'm not in the switch house, I'm hanging out with my dog, DJ last name Song.
Ain't no limit, ball until I fall.